I want it, so I will buy it. But are you using your credit card? TransUnion says credit card debt is currently rising and mainly due to the financial impact of COVID-19. Outstanding balances were up to 14.4% in the third quarter. So let's discuss this now with consumer law expert Trudie Broekmann. Thank you so much for your time, Trudie, and good morning to you. I mean, how much do consumers currently owe on their credit cards?
Janela, according to TransUnion's South African Industry Insights report for the third quarter of this year, the average balance per account on people's credit cards is sitting just under 22,000, a whopping sum.
That's a lot. So what would we then attribute this spending to? Trudie?
Hello, can you just repeat? Sorry, the line dropped for a moment.
All right, I'll just repeat my question. What do you then attribute the spending or this credit card debt to, do you think?
I think, concerningly, many South African consumers are using their credit card to finance their day-to-day spending, groceries, rent, that sort of thing, which is very problematic. As we know, credit card debt is of the most expensive debt that one can possibly incur. I was thinking to myself as I was looking at these numbers, can I afford every month to give someone, I don't even know, a fifth of my income? And that's what you're doing when you are maxing out your credit card. The interest amounts to a fifth of your income that you're just giving away to the bank.
With that being said, I mean, have you noted some sort of, consumer behavior or trends, particularly in the past, couple of years? I'll just say perhaps even in this pandemic alone, just in terms of how South Africans are dependent on their credit card.
I think that there's an increasing dependence or use at least of credit cards, particularly among the younger generation. So if we look at the millennials and the Gen Z consumers, those born, all of them before 1980, there's a much greater prevalence of credit card debt there. We're sitting at a jump from last year till this year of 11% and 12%. For millennials and Gen Z, while the Gen X and baby boomers have a smaller percentage. So I think the credit card use is partly a convenience thing, especially for the younger generation who are very focused on convenience. And of course, as one transacts online, a credit card is the obvious payment method.
What do you think needs to be done, of course, or what can be done to assist South Africans who are stuck with credit card debt?
The principles of using a credit card as a wise consumer are that you need to try to maintain a positive balance. I appreciate that's probably not as easier said than done. But the appropriate way to use your credit card is to buy only what you can afford to pay for in cash. If you use the credit, it's advised that you stay below 30% of your credit limit and immediately pay back that as soon as your income makes that available. So credit card debt, if you're going into the red with your credit card, that's not for luxuries, that's not a holiday spend mechanism, that's not for treats. I think for those of us who are struggling with credit card debt, let's give ourselves the gift of peace of mind this Christmas. A frugal Christmas is honoring to the 3 million South Africans who lost their jobs this year. And I want to urge all of us to focus on people rather than possessions. I mean, I'm a consumer lawyer, so I am very focused on the consumer goods. But I think this is the year where a frugal Christmas, gathering with a family, preparing a beautiful meal together, that can give us a beautiful peace of mind, the pleasure and enjoyment of people rather than things. And leave us in a space where the credit card debt doesn't kill us in January and February.